So, two friends seated. Oh my god, my voice. So, today, I want to talk about today's friendly match, which happened quite a few hours ago against Sunderland. It's kind of a match analysis. Match analysis are back, ladies and gentlemen, after quite a long while. And at the end of this live stream, I will also talk about some latest transfer news. But I want to talk about the friendly match today, because the team obviously arrived in Portugal yesterday, and today they were already being called up to do their job and to play a friendly match. And today's friendly match was against Sunderland, who got promoted from the 3rd division in England into the Championship, which is the 2nd division. And I definitely say that you can tell that they're happy that they got promoted and that they're living this moment in a very joyful kind of vibe. They got promoted after kind of a disaster which happened in their club. Obviously, they are one of the most historic teams in England, and then they got relegated into the Championship. They got relegated back and even more into the League One. It's been some tough times for Sunderland, and you can definitely tell they're happy and they're proud of this promotion into the Championship, because today's match was a very dirty match. For being a friendly match, it was a very dirty match. Now, I'm not here to criticize them, because it's good that that they're ready for the new season. Oh my god, what is happening? But they basically already sent Ibanez to have surgery. Yes, I am totally for playing the best when it comes to a football match, but it was a very dirty friendly match. And as I said before, Ibanez, basically 2 matches into his season, has already had surgery. So it has been a very, very dirty match. Plenty of fouls. At a certain point, Mourinho actually got into the pitch and kind of told some Sunderland players to chill down, and told some of our players to keep their head and their mind and their mentality going, and to not get influenced, because it's a very dirty friendly match. But I want to talk about many things about this. Obviously, the biggest one being Zaniolo scoring in such a time where Zaniolo wants to go to Juventus, and everything which we're hearing in the news about Roma right now is Zaniolo. He turns up and scores. Is a good sign. So we'll talk about that. But I do want to start about one thing, and it's a very important thing, which I am very much liking. I'm very much liking the approach of our defenders. Yes, we have played 2 fairly easy friendly matches. In fact, one of them wasn't even a friendly match in my opinion. But still, we managed to not concede any goals, which is good. Considering the fact that we have got the players we had last season. Up to now, there have been no new entries in the defensive section, apart from Chilik, obviously, who, however, is a fullback. As centre-backs, Smalling started, and then Smalling got off, and Mancini got subbed in, Kumbula started. So, you can definitely tell that the centre-backs know each other, because 2 friendly matches in, 0 goals conceded. I think one of the biggest objectives for the next friendly matches, which as you can see on the screen, are the 16th of July, the 19th of July, the 23rd of July, and the 30th of July. The level of these friendly matches is growing. Yes, Portimonense, I don't really know them, but starting from Sporting Lisbon, Nice, and then Tottenham Hotspur, the level is gonna increase when it comes to these friendly matches. So it's important to keep a balance when it comes to the defense. And in these first 2 friendly matches, I'm really liking the approach, and you can definitely tell that Smalling, Mancini, Kumbula, Ibanez, all of these players know each other really well. And Svilar obviously started this match. In the first half, he got called up to quite a few saves. It was a very tough match to unlock. In fact, it took us 75 minutes to unlock this match and to score the first goal. But Svilar started. In fact, Svilar played the entire match. Again, Mourinho giving confidence to these new entries. Chilik got subbed in. Didn't start from the very start, but did get subbed in. So we can see, Mourinho giving faith in these players as well. Now, Felix was very, very good today. Felix was phenomenal today. Scored and provided an assist. Now, I see, and I think this is something which you guys saw as well. In these first two friendly matches, we really got a vision of how many young players we have and how many of these young players are valid and could easily start in the first team. Yes, obviously they lack experience, they need to grow more, but in the last friendly match, Volpato stepped in, scored 2 goals. In this friendly match, Felix scored and provided an assist. Then I can give you a list of every single academy player which got subbed in or started this match. In fact, let me do that right now, and you can actually realize how many of them we have in our team. Calafiori is back in our team. Trippi, who played for the academy team last season. Felix, we all know him. Volpato, we all know him. Bove, we all know him. Darboe, we all know him. And then this guy who played the last 5 minutes, who I did not know who he was, Faticanti. So, you really see how many young players we have and how many of these young players have got talent. Yes, Felix scored and provided an assist. Yes, Volpato scored 2 goals in the last friendly match. I want to focus on one player, which I think every single... Wait, I need to turn the AC on. Give me a sec. There we go. I need to focus on one player. And I hope, I really, really deep down in my heart hope that this player stays. I really hope that every single action which the staff, Thiago Pinto, even Mourinho is planning to do with him gets completely changed. I am, as Amir Ba says in the chat, speaking about Darboe. Darboe today has been world class. Yes, oh Simon, it's a friendly match against a second division team, from England. And what? He was phenomenal today. Phenomenal. And for a player who, under Fonseca, had a lot of shout-outs, had a lot of call-ups, played quite a few matches, and then going to a manager like Mourinho who doesn't really like him, who doesn't give him faith, stepping up today in the way he has done, trust me, I think Mourinho changed his mind on Darboe. He played phenomenally. I did not see a player playing this well in so much time. When it comes to friendly matches, I'm speaking, obviously. Darboe today provided an amazing assist. Basically, got back every single ball as if he was prime Kante in that midfielder today. And, yes, it's a friendly match. I get this. I totally get this. But to perform this way after an entire season where you've been not given faith at all, because realistically speaking, Mourinho doesn't like him. Mourinho didn't like him this season and didn't give faith to him. For a young player who doesn't play, doesn't get the faith from the manager, stepping as he did today, trust me, will completely change Mourinho's mentality when it comes to him. He played amazing. My man of the match is Darboe, but not just because he played well. Because he had a reaction and showed Mourinho that he wants to stay and wants to grab that faith back. So I was really impressed by him. Bove says Amr in the chat as well. Unfortunately, I didn't fully watch the match. I watched around 50 minutes from it. And the 50 minutes which I watched, Bove wasn't there. But yeah, Bove is another one of these. And this all dates back to one of the first things I've said when starting this channel. Look at our academy team. Players will need to be bought. We will need to buy players. And we'll talk about transfer news in a sec. We will need to make some adjustments. But when a day you wake up and you go, I really don't know who to buy to put in my midfielder, don't waste time, don't waste money. look at your academy team, because you've got plenty of good players. And this is something which I've been saying for so many times. We have got one of the best academy teams in Europe. And it's not just me saying this, it's basically the league, the academy leagues which prove it. So really pay attention to these young players, and Dorboy today was amazing. Obviously Matic played as well, and I really did like Matic as well. He played like Dorboy, he recuperated many balls, was very valid in the midfielder section. So yeah, Cilic obviously is a very new entry, he still needs to get adapted. He wasn't great today, but obviously we can't blame him. He played well. I'm not saying he played bad, but he wasn't the best. And I mean, it will take him time to adapt to know his teammates. Let's not forget that he got he got in Rome like less than a week ago, so it's completely normal. And then obviously the biggest thing is Zaniolo scoring in this very tough moment. And you could definitely tell from his reaction, he couldn't, he scored and he was like, who cares? I still want to go to Juventus. So the reaction was there. Yes, obviously I was not expecting Zaniolo to score in a friendly match, take his t-shirt off and run around the pitch 20 times like he did in the Conference League final. But still, his reaction was poor the second he scored. So things hasn't changed. But, hopefully something happens inside him and who knows. But yeah, Zaniolo did score. Felix provided an assist and also scored. And then when it comes to substitutions, Mancini got subbed in. What's his name again? Zalewski was amazing. Got the captain armband today just to make things even better. And one thing I would say, however, is that, yes, it was a friendly match, but you could definitely tell that they were an English team. Their rhythm was very high. It took us 75 minutes to score a goal. So you can definitely tell, yes, they do play in the second division, but they're used to English football. They're very fast on the ball. And, it was a tough friendly match, let's be honest. It wasn't a walk in the woods. And, unlike the last one we had, or most probably the next one we'll have, because Portimonense, who the hell are they? So it was a tough friendly match, which we managed to unlock well in the last 15 minutes, but in the first 75 minutes, nothing major happened. It was a very, very, very dirty friendly game, as I said before. And yeah, now I want to spend these last minutes speaking about transfer news, because we do have something big which happened a few hours ago. Thiago Pinto has officially presented an offer to Dybala's agents. So yeah, Dybala has officially been presented an offer from Thiago Pinto, which is a 6 million offer per season for 4 seasons. Really, we'll see what that says, what that happens. But yeah, and Thiago Pinto, as I said yesterday, has unblocked Villar at Monza. He had a few meetings yesterday and this morning, and Villar is one step away from joining Berlusconi next season. And this kind of leaves a gap for Frattesi to get inserted, and could also give us the money to unlock that Frattesi deal, which, as I said before, and I will say again, Roma have told to Sassuolo that this week is the deadline week. If they don't give an answer about Frattesi, towards the end of this week, Roma will, orientate their eyes on different objectives and different players. So yeah, we'll see what that happens. Hopefully the next couple of hours next couple of days even, will be kind of decisive when it comes to the Frattesi deal. And yeah, let me read some comments, and then I'll add one last thing when it comes to transfer. How good was Cilic? He wasn't the best, he wasn't the worst, but it's normal. He came less than a week ago, so it's completely normal. Darboy and Bove were class. New beginning, great signs. Darboy is only 21 as well. He's gonna get better and better. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Exploit these players. You can't really blame him for his reaction when he scored. We were playing a second division team in a friendly. That's a bit. No, wait. Yeah, you're right. As I said, I wasn't expecting Zaniolo to take his shirt off, but in a way, you could see from his face that he was like, I don't care. You can clearly see that if you watch the highlights again. He scored, great. You've done something great, but he was like, Okay, so, yes, it is a stretch, but you can see it. It's something which you can see. You can see it. He is not happy at this club. Dybala and Zaha would be amazing. They would be really amazing. But the last thing which I will add before ending the stream is when it comes to centre-backs. As I said before, we don't have any centre-backs updates, any centre-backs new entries. The centre-backs know each other really well. This is definitely a reason why we're not conceding. We haven't conceded any goals in the last 2 friendly matches. But in the last couple of hours, Di Marzio has confirmed that Roma is taking some steps in advance to try and convince Feyenoord and Senesi, which is someone we talked about around the Conference League final, as he was one of their biggest objectives. So we'll see what happens, but the Senesi name is becoming more wild in the last couple of hours, as confirmed by some sources. And the last thing which I would say, Dybala, Zaha and Abraham up top, that would be amazing. The one thing which I would say, which kind of is something new to me, because I was definitely not expecting this, but the fact that we have presented an offer to Dybala today, which is an offer of 6 million euros per season for 4 seasons, we've presented an offer to Dybala, we've shown interest to Dybala, and at the same time, Zaniolo is still a Roma player. Yes, there has been links with Juventus, but there is still a big gap between the two sides. So the fact that Thiago Pinto has been having some advanced talks with Dybala's agents, and Zaniolo still a part of the team, technically, it's gonna take some financial sacrifice, but does this mean that potentially, even if Zaniolo stays, we will try and get Dybala? Because Dybala is someone which Mourinho has expressed. Mourinho said, get me Dybala and then you can do whatever you want with the transfer market. He's the player, according to Mourinho, who will step up your team. Mourinho really, really, really wants him. So the fact that we have presented an offer today and Zaniolo is still a Roma player, does that mean that potentially we could fix the two together? Imagine having Tammy, Pellegrini, Dybala and Zaniolo. That would be great. It does take some financial sacrifice, as I said before, but still. So that is definitely something to consider. The thing to consider is, are we interested in Dybala? Will we try and get Dybala even if Zaniolo stays? That's what I'm trying to say. What formation did Roma play? Let me you mean the starting from? Yeah, I know what. Let's see. I think it was a 4-2-3-1. It was a 4-2-3-1. Yep. It was a 4-2-3-1. It was indeed. If Dybala comes, where would Pellegrini play? Pellegrini and Dybala would play together. Just like Mkhitaryan and Pellegrini played together most part of this season. It would kind of be Dybala can also play in the same section as Pellegrini, but a bit wider. So, there wouldn't. If Dybala comes, Pellegrini would not be in a risky position. Pellegrini is there. He's the captain. So, if Dybala comes, he will play with Pellegrini. So, Asori said yesterday or 2 days ago that you're 100% sure that if Dybala comes in. Yeah, no. What I'm saying is that is still what I think. I'm not saying I don't think that anymore. That is 100% what I still think. If Dybala comes, then knowing the club, I do think Zaniolo will leave. But the fact that we have presented an offer today to Dybala, means that we are interested in him, even if Zaniolo stays, because otherwise we would not have presented an offer today. If Thiago Pinto and Mourinho and the Fredkins have kind of came to a conclusion that I'm going to point my eyes on Dybala only when Zaniolo leaves, then if that is the situation, then we would not have offered, we would have not presented the offer for Dybala today. We would have waited until Zaniolo left. And if Zaniolo, didn't leave, then we wouldn't buy Dybala. But the fact that we presented an offer today when Zaniolo today scored a goal in a friendly match, means that potentially we could see them both in the same team. We could potentially. I'm not saying I 100% think that will happen, but who knows? Frattesi, you know, I've said it. This week we will know. If Sassuolo don't get a decision before this week, then it's done. It's a done deal. We will change objective. This is a deadline week. But the fact that Villar has gone to Monza kind of, in a way, kind of unlocked Frattesi. So there is still an agreement to be found. Tomorrow will be another very decisive day. Friday as well. I think by Thursday and Friday we will know if Frattesi will join Roma. That's what I'll say. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure to smash the subscribe button, and also follow me on Instagram over there in the orange box over at Simon_ASR_, and also smash the like button in this video as well. And comment in the comments your small match analysis, few sentences when it comes to this second friendly match. As I said before, 7 goals scored in combined and 0 goals conceded in combined with our 2 friendly matches. The next one is on Saturday, still in Portugal, against a Portuguese team, Portimonense. And then 3 days after that, we've got Sporting Lisbon. So, you know, level is increasing, and who knows? We'll see what happens.